living forever. You stay, but time and everything else around you moves on. Friends, family, and relationships of all types have an expiration date. This could be how we describe Skip's life. But let's dig deeper than that. Today, let's explore Skip's immortal life. During this exploration, we'll look at 3 different areas of Skip's life. 1. His history. 2. The cost of immortality. And 3. Finding purpose. To get this started, let's start with his history. Skips wasn't always immortal. Skips at one point had an undecided expiration date, just like the rest of us. But life took an unexpected turn for him. Previously, his name was Walks. He was born between the 18th and 19th centuries and only had one love, Mona. He met her in high school along with his friends Gareth and the Guardians of Eternal Youth. Clorkbane also goes to the said school, but as time tells, Clorkbane and Skips are destined to fight for eternity. Clorkbane and Walks have a confrontation at their prom. This starts their first fight and the true beginning to Skip's story. During the tussle, Mona, Walks' love, dies. Walks then uses the Fists of Justice to defeat Clorkbane. Years in the future, the Guardians request Walks' help once again to fight Clorkbane, and then they grant him immortality. The only request was a change of name. Walks on that day becomes Skips. Skips then starts working at the park before any of the present regular show crew. Second, let's look at the cost of immortality. The first problem Skips has is the cost of keeping his immortality. Skips must do 2 things to stay immortal. 1. Do a funny little dance on his day of birth. And 2. Find a giant eagle baby every 157 years. But does this simply mean that Skips can't die? Well, Skips is immortal, not invincible. Technically, Skips can be hurt in various ways. The only real threat to his existence are other immortal or powerful beings. During the show's run, one being other than Clorkbane is after Skip's life, and that being is Death himself. Death doesn't like the fact that Skips can live forever, and he's constantly looking for a loophole to take that immortality away from him. The other cost of immortality is living forever while everyone else lives their normal cycle of life. If most people Skips loves lives till their 80s, he's going to have to make completely new friends every half century to a century. Burying your mortal friends while you remain eternally youthful after you watch them age must be a hard thing to comprehend. Let's look at the third and final point. Finding purpose. Skips has a purpose. His eternal youth was granted for the protection of everyone, but only fulfilling that purpose every 157 years isn't very fulfilling. Skips has found his purpose in life. He fixes. Being a handyman seems like a meaningless job, but the purpose goes beyond park maintenance. The result of him being the reliable fixer is that everyone relies on him to fix their problems. The reality is that he almost always has the answer. The park wouldn't even be in its current working state if Skips didn't exist. True, this purpose can be tiring, and Skips isn't always pleased that the craziest situations find their ways into his life. But he never backs down from being there for his friends when they really need him. And as far as purpose goes, that's a pretty good one. In conclusion, Skip's immortality is a blessing and a curse. At first glance, he works a meaningless job, but that job gives him the ability to protect the universe and, more importantly, his friends. One day, the friends that he has now will no longer exist, while Skips lives on and perhaps finds new purpose. One thing is for sure though, Skips knows what to do.